Greetings, everyone. This is Tony Holowitz, and I want to just give you a little bit of information about creating fields in Act, sort of the right way and the wrong way to do it. So Act has the ability to create fields. So for example, let's say you want to create a field to track your clients or your contacts' favorite kind of ice cream. Well, you might want to create a field called favorite ice cream. So the way you can do that is this. You can go up and you can click on Tools, then you can click on Define Fields. Now, just so you know, I'm in the cloud version, and if you're using the desktop, the same basic concept applies, but in the cloud version, it gives you another way to get to the Define Fields area. In the desktop version, it would have been in the drop-down. Just some subtle differences between the two. Having said that, I'm going to click on Define Fields, and that's what you want to do in the desktop. And once you're in here, you can come in and you have the ability to create a new field. But what I've seen happen is sometimes people will come in and they will take a field they know they're not going to use. And in particular, I had a client that modified the birth date field. And they did a couple things. So I'm going to click on Edit Field. The first thing they did is they changed the name of the field. And the second thing is they changed the type of field it is. Now, changing the type of field is not necessarily a good thing, because if you have data in a particular field, it will change the way it's displayed, and it can really just wipe out your data depending on how you have it in there. So you want to be very careful with this. So I bring this up because I had a situation where a client was using Act Marketing Automation for the first time, and when we sent the emails out, they wouldn't go out. The campaign would just pause itself. And long story short, we found out that it was because they had gone in and changed some fields that existed in Act. So what do? What's the best way to do this? So I'm going to click on Back, and I'm going to get back here, and I'm going to say when you want to create a field or update a field, create it from scratch. Create a brand new field. So I click Create New Field, and here I'm just going to put an ice cream. But once you get in here, you even have more options. And this is the thing you want to know about. When you create a field, Act has all kinds of different ways to track information. These are all the options you have when creating a field. And as you can see, it starts to get a little complicated because you sort of have to think this through a little bit. But having said that, it's great because you have so many options. The bad thing is if you don't sort of plan for this or think about things that could have happened down the road, you might pick the wrong kind of field. So when you get in here, you want to be very careful. And I do recommend reach back, talk to someone, talk to me, call me, and talk to me about what you're trying to accomplish so I can give you the best advice possible for getting that data in there. We want to make the ease of data entry paramount. That's really important. So in this case, I'm just going to leave it as character. I'm going to click Next, and then you can put some default values. I never touch this, and I'm going to click Finish. So now what it's doing, it's creating that field called ice cream. Now the next step after the field is created is this. Once you add that field, I'm going to close this, you're going to need to add it to the layout of your Act contacts. So in other words, you created the field, it's hiding behind the scenes, but these are fields. You don't see the ice cream field here. So if you want to add it, you have to go in and add it to the layout. That's a completely separate tutorial, and I'm not going to go into that there. But just what I want you to take away from this is don't modify fields that are already in Act. Create a unique individual field in Act that you can add to the layout. In the long run, you'll be better off because of it. Okay, my friends, you have a great day. Bye now.